So there you go. So markets are trading and the verdict is clear. It's a new all-time high, 23,300 plus. The previous high was about 23,310, 23,110. So this is a significant sort of higher high. Beating the previous high, just like the exit polls have beaten market expectations by a wide margin. Where do we go from here is the question, right? So hovering around that 23,600, 23,670 odd levels is where we are. The base has moved up, right? So you got to start to get used to 23,300 sort of rolling off your tongue. Adani stocks are flying off the shelf. Adani Enterprises is up 8%. Adani Ports is up 9%. Adani Power is up 14%. We were talking about names like the railway stocks, etc. RVNL is up 10%. Coal India is up 5%. So, I was saying this in the morning. It's basically focus on what is already doing well. And that momentum should continue at least. That'll participate the maximum in this post-election pop. NBCC, Mazgaon Dock is up 5.5%. So that flavor of defense coming through as well. IRCTC, NCC, Indian Bank. It's a broad sort of swath of what is doing very, very well. Market breadth is exceedingly positive. And I think, it's a very good-looking screen, all in all, that we have got going. Surabhi.
Prashant, they say, right, don't bet against the house. And if the house is going to continue, you do not bet against it. Look at the PSU move. The CPSE index is up 5.5%, flying away. The Nifty PSE index is up about 5%. The PSU banking index is up about 5%. There is absolutely no stopping the charge on these stocks, and that's really the big headline. So PSUs, along with Adani's, that's your first major headline coming in. Let me try and look beyond. Actually, it's hard to find anything else, but IRFC, PFC, REC, all these stocks. Power Grid is surging, big Nifty stock, and it's surging 8% as we speak. NHPC and the likes. Now, on the non-PSU side, JSW is looking very interesting, about 6-7% higher on this one. Some of the other names like Prestige Estates from the real estate pack. I'm really trying to find the non-PSU names. Otherwise, it's just an all-out PSU charge. There would be an IRB Infra. So obviously, CapEx, construction, etc., infrastructure, 8.5% up on an IRB Infra. Angel One is up about 6% as we start off the day. So these are some of the key gainers on the non-PSU side. But otherwise, it's an out-and-out PSU roaring rally. Bank of Baroda, NHBC, a BEL, a Hoodco, you name it, it's completely out there. Just back to the... by the way, the market's cooled off a little bit from the absolute starting point. Back to the Nifty to see the non-PSUs there. And obviously, banks are having a great session. 3.5% up on the Bank Nifty. The Bank Nifty is doing better than the Nifty right now. Axis Bank is the one that's looking good, 4.5% higher. ICICI Bank, 3.5% up as well. So those are the big names. M&M is having a good start. Remember, a lot of these auto stocks actually had very subdued numbers for the month gone by and a little lower than estimates. But today is not the day you react to monthly numbers. Today is big picture buying, and that's exactly what's showing up on the screen. Shriram Finance is looking interesting, 7% almost on Shriram Finance. That's one of the best performing non-bank financials today. Barring Aisha, every other Nifty stock, actually even Aisha, is sticking green right now. So almost 49 out of 50 stocks, or almost 50 on 50 stocks in positive territory. That's the kind of opening that we've had. 620 points higher, but Prashant, it is cooling off to a little bit, to some extent. Now 23,154. Remember, the previous all-time high was 23,110. So after the gap up, we're seeing the first small dip coming through. I think we have Nigel also with us. If I can toss to you. No, I don't think we have Nigel there, but that's the screen.
No, absolutely. And SBI, by the way, Surabhi, is the largest volume-led gainer right now, right? So that's interesting to see. So 870 or so in SBI. We were talking about financials, right? And a lot of the focus is on private financials, HDFC Bank, Kotak Bank, Axis, etc. But SBI is the largest largest bank. It is the largest bank. It's also the biggest gainer this morning coming through. So it's up on your screen. And look at the volume, 7 million shares now already coming through. I want to just sort of reiterate, the Adani Group stocks are all flying between 6 and 14% higher, depending on what you really look at this point in time. And of course, Surabhi mentioned a sort of whole long list of names which are doing very well. And they're also BEL, NHPC, RVNL, Power Grid, IRFC, PFC. PSUs. That's the number one area where there is this, big high beta move which is coming through. Hoodco, REC, IRCON. Actually, my list here of the top volume-led gainers is all populated by PSUs. I mean, about 85% of it is all PSUs as we begin this session. Oil marketing companies, HPCL, I'm not sure if Surabhi mentioned that, but HPCL is up 7%, and should not be alone. IOC and BP will also come up. And it should, I think, as a pack also be doing very well. BPCL is up about 4%. IOC is up about 4% as well. So, again, PSUs, but, different sectors, but within the broad umbrella of the PSU space, which is doing exceedingly well.